We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Houston. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Buggy. Whoa.
First carry for Joe Mixon. Room to run right away. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10.
19 Texas. Hey, south.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Push this one downfield, looking for Schultz. And he will go all the way. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Cadence, lock in the cadence.
And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jones. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Woodland, go, Woodland. Reader. Great.
They do go for it. It's Jones. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Why, Tony? Hey, uno.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
On the quick, right?
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And he'll be taken down. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Now, Stroud. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They look to run with Mixon. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
And he's in. Touchdown, Texans. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Now Jones on the bootleg. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout here. 2nd down and 3. Throwing, Jones. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he has taken down a big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. First and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Jones. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And the Texans will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Robbie. 11.
On play action. Stroud. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
A second down throw for Stroud. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Stroud. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Stroud. Looking downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. And he will score. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. His second touchdown of this first half. And now it's a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Chandler now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll run here with Akers. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Here's a second and 12. Man in motion, heading left. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. It is 3rd and 10. Tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And Those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
That one complete to Sherfield. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. Running is Akers. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Working from the gun, it's Jones. He runs with it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. Tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. Jones now on 1st down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
Why shift the crew? Why shift the crew?
The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one-sided game. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Chandler now to return it. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Jones. Got a man, that's Sherfield. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Jones operating out of the pistol. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Minnesota.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Again, it's Jones. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Again, they'll throw with Jones. To the goal line and in. Cam Akers. Touchdown, Minnesota. Here's a two-point try. Jones bringing the offense to the line. Now, faking the give. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the two-point conversion. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Stroud to throw. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll bring up second down.
Why Tony? Hey, Uno.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Here we go. Alert the hot.
Now, Stroud. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Those are the back-breaking plays defensively that you just can't allow. You have the quarterback dead to rights. You're about to get off the field, and instead, you let him turn into a runner, big play, and he picks up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about...
And he's got another one. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. They'll run with Mixon. And he will get into the end zone and bump the lead up by 2 more. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Chandler now to return it. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
A lot of what goes into being a great kick returner comes down to vision. And you're going to see here, he finds the cutback lane, and as he accelerates down the left side of the field, he wasn't far from taking it all the way down the sideline and into the end zone.
That is caught, and he'll take it on. Jordan Addison, touchdown Vikings.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver's able to take it in for 6.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. The kicker, Will Reichert, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Minneapolis. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by the veteran, Harrison Smith. Jones going to throw right away. He'll get this out wide. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
They'll put Addison in motion. From the gun, it's Jones. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Pacheco. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's third down.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. First and second down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a third and long. We'll see if they try something else.
That one is complete to Hartman. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Each quarterback picked off in that turnover-filled first quarter. 0-0 is the score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, here's Samaje Perine. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's going to tuck it and go. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They put Kelsey in motion. 3rd and goal. Mahomes. That one, take it in. Middle of the end zone. Nicole Hardman. Touchdown, Chiefs. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Chandler now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. Throwing on first down is Jones. That's into the hands of Akers.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Half 18, half 18.
They'll send him over to the left. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll put Addison in motion. Jones now on first down. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. Jones to the air again. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Go Gunner, go Gunner. Half 18, half 18. Up we go.
Shotgun now for Jones. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Chiefs are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes on first down. And he will get down here as he wisely avoids the contact. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Call it a gain of 13. First down, KC. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That is caught down the field. It's worthy. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. 15. To the air once more. It's Mahomes. Now he takes off. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. On second down, Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. But fortunately, this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
On third down, Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Chandler now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go.
The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. On first down, Jones. Throwing right, it's taken in. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard.
Okay, here we go.
Throwing now is Jones. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Look wide. Get this one complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
That's to the sideline and taken in by Kelsey. Here's second and 2.
Yellow, yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he gets that to Hardman. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And the Chiefs have got a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Here's a run. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. On play action, it's Mahomes. To the pylon, he's in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
And Butker on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now Jones on the bootleg. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Brian Cook. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is caught, and it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Chandler now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Go north-south. Half jumbo, half jumbo.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Jones operating out of the pistol. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Timberland. Here we go, hey. Up we go.
Jones now on 1st down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
Up we go.
Here's Akers. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. On play action, it's Jones. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Yellow, yellow.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Yellow, yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now the officials say no. It is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there. He'll try to run for it. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one's decided. Not sure they needed to take the timeout, but take it with them. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. Fourth and a couple. Here we go. One final play. Going for it all. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They were the aggressors from the start, able
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're underway from the bank. Chooses to bring this one out. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Harrison Smith with the INT. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Akers up the middle. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Addison going to motion over left. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Jones throwing on 4th. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Blitz coming here. Jackson escapes the pocket. Has it at the 7. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal.
DC, right?
Henry punches it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jones. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got the hook up to Akers. And he's going to be touched down right at the line, so no gain on the play.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go, hey.
They give inside to Akers. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, why shift, man? Outcome.
So before they can get set and snap, ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have it, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Half 18.
1st and 10 from the 41. Pistol now for Jones. He's got him. That's Addison. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Half 18. Half 18.
Play fake, Jones. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Go North Copper. Go North Copper. Here we go. Apple, 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 apple. Apple, go.
Again, Jones to the air. And a man is there to knock that away. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
2nd and 10 now. Jones. The left side brought in by Hawkinson. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the inner harbor. It's the Vikings who have 1st and 10.
Okay, here we go. Go.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Timberland.
They send the tight end in motion.
Up we go.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Why shift the crew? Why shift the crew? Dock row.
3rd and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Man in motion here. Now Jones on 4th down. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds?
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Here's Lamar. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now it's Lamar. He's on the move. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down, here's Lamar. Getting out to his left. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Baltimore. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
Okay, here we go. Hey, run. Down salad.
Throwing off the play fake here. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face second down. He'll throw it. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Jones now to throw. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 38. Has his man. It's Addison. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Pass is caught by Addison. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That's Odafe Owe with a stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Cadence, lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence. Up we go.
Throwing now, off play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Here we go. Up we go.
Jones. And that one's going to hit the turf.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Completed right side to Addison. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Detroit. Half jumbo. Up we go.
On the shotgun, it's Jones. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. Now it's a bootleg for him. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens get the football just short of their 20 after the interception and return.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
That's taken in by Henry. Still has some space up near midfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth.
Ready?
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Henry running left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He stopped at the 17. Working quickly here. This is Henry on second. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, and they go right back to him. And he drives this forward to the 6. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On second down, here's Henry again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens feeling good with a 14-point advantage. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Pistol snap to Jackson. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Harrison Smith with the INT. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Half 18, half 18. Up we go.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Complete out to the right side. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Here he is to throw. Throwing the out route complete. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So that brings up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Biggie, 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 biggie. Up we go.
To throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Half jumbo, half jumbo. Up we go.
Throwing now. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Ravens get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Running once more with Henry. And he's able to get this down to the 13. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Henry on the catch. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Running back sent in motion. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He'll get this to Henry. And he'll go down here at the 16. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now here's Lamar. On him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one.